Hi, this is Stephen Trials. This is about people doing other people wrong. And I was done wrong too, in such a way that I was told to declare war in a vision. I'm going to start with what just happened. And then I'm going to go back to what happened yesterday. So a reverse chronological order. I just watched a YouTube clip on a man that's not white asking Charlie Kirk about the terrible things that have been done by the white immigrants to the American continent, to the North America specifically. Well, more than just that, the American continent, to the indigenous people, what the immigrants that came in, people that have white skin like me. I'm not against the God of the original people. I'm not Christian. So he's asking Charlie to speak to this, that the white people that are Christian came over here and did all these harmful things, like Wounded Knee. I just was watching a video on the massacre at Wounded Knee and how Hegstep is like saying they're going to get their medals. The white people are going to keep their medals that gunned down the women and children at the slaughter of Wounded Knee. So this is where it becomes really interesting. It's about people being done wrong and watching the consequences follow. So one of the people that was on the video where they're asking Charlie Kirk, it's a native person, and they're saying they got a totem that they finally found out what it means just the other day. It means the same thing's going to happen to you. And they said when they found out what this meant, they had goosebumps all over. From spirit. We call them God bumps sometimes. So who's God? Is it the God of the white people? No. It's the all-powerful, the oneness. It's not a theistic God. It's the creator. One of the native words for it is Wakantanka. So there's a fact to what God is. So all humans have done other humans wrong all over the world. It's about that. It's about the people that are being done wrong by other people. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. I will put links to these videos in the description that I'm referencing. Okay, so what happened before that? This morning, I heard from the opposition spirits, that I am not to go to Provo, Utah. I'm 1 town away in Orem, Utah, just north of Provo. And so I decide to speak to them with power, my own power against them. So I was thinking of the adage, shut up or put up, because they keep telling me to shut up. And they're saying they can't get me to shut up. Well, who says I'm supposed to shut up? They say. Well, who are they? They're the losers in this because they're doing me wrong. So if you're being done wrong, don't give up. And we will win. We have to stop doing others wrong. Then we win. So, they're telling me that I should not, this is coming spiritually, communication within my mind. It's like a simulation experience that I talked about in the other video, or more recent video. I'm having trouble putting words together and so forth. I'm tired, overwhelmed to some degree from all this stuff that's been going on. So I'll just struggle through it. Bear with me. So they're telling me that I'm talking to a policeman like that. That's like I'm telling a policeman that's telling me to not go to Provo, Utah. Shut up or put up. Now what does that mean? Shut up or put up with it, or put up a fight. It doesn't really make much sense. We can look into the meaning of that, but it's just something to say back. I'm also saying, I'm not shutting up. It's my turn to talk. You shut up until it's your turn to talk. Then I'll shut up. The 1 minute method. Because we're upset. And so it's best to only let the person speak for 1 minute. Say their point. Nobody interrupt. Let them say their piece. Then somebody else can say theirs for 1 minute only. Without any interruption. So, I went to Provo. And nobody killed me. I didn't get shot by a cop or nothing. I got back home and I heard a loud vehicle and I was thinking, that sounds like the one that I've been wondering who it is. Sometimes they'll have an energy with a vehicle's engine that just like rattles you inside. It's like, I'm thinking it's coming from some evil extraterrestrial trying to get me to give up. It's strange. There's times where I'm in my vehicle and I can smell exhaust, but it's not my vehicle where the exhaust is at. It's somebody else, and I'm getting that negativity cast upon me. It's like if I had a migraine headache and I use the power of evil to put my headache on somebody who's trying to find out what I did wrong to them, and so I give them a headache. So I'm talking about the power of evil versus the power of fairness. So it's the power of unfairness versus the power of fairness. So the cops in my parking lot, Provo police car, it's not his jurisdiction. And I just went out and thought, wow, that's weird. They're telling me, evil's telling me that a cop does not want me to go to Provo. It doesn't mean it's really a cop. It's evil that's telling me this, so it's probably not a cop. So there's a police car, Provo police car, in my parking lot after I was threatened like this. And so they've been telling me somebody's going to show up and kill me. Lock your door. Somebody's going to come in and kill you. Evil tells me that. Well, the Provo policeman didn't kill me. So, have you heard about the similarities between the movie Snake Eyes and the murder of Charlie Kirk? This is mind-blowing. So the guy that got killed in the Snake Eyes movies name's Charlie Kirkland. And he was killed on the same day of the year. And there's a guy named Tyler in it. Lincoln Tyler. And I remembered, before I even was looking into this, I had this thought appear. How do we know this stuff? About the Lincoln Kennedy coincidences. Who's making these coincidences? It's like the signature of God on reality unfolding. And Kennedy and Lincoln were assassinated also. So the problem I have with Charlie Kirk is they're making the claim that their religion is superior to the other religions, and it's not. Theistic gods are causing major problems. The theistic God of Christianity, God Almighty or the Lord or whatever. And so if you don't surrender to it, like the Cathars weren't surrendered to it, they were more non-dual, say, different view of God. And so the theistic people kill the Cathars, the Inquisition, the Crusades. And the Crusades is against another people that have a theistic God, Muslims, and they're supposed to kill or cause to surrender everyone else. And the Jewish teaching is that they're supposed to bring everyone else to their knees, slaughter the women and children, like in Deuteronomy. So there's this mentality like the other people don't even deserve to live, coming from these theistic religions. So that Christians performed genocide on the indigenous people here. 50 million indigenous people were killed by the Christian religion in the USA. And then there's the non-Christians that are also with us. I'm a non-Christian, white person. Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, was not a typical Christian. They were called deists. So they were like Spinoza, God is nature, mindless. I'm a spiritual atheist, so I think God is the emergence intelligence. It's the collective mind of the universe. Do potato bugs have a brain? I don't know. It wouldn't be too much of one. Fish have a small brain. And then humans have a large brain. And we can do calculus and stuff like that. So what kind of brain are we talking about that can make these coincidences? They know the future. And they know there's a battle between fairness and unfairness. It's in our mythologies. So I've been hearing that I won. I've been hearing again today. And so with the Team Fairness, they're forgiven. We just want them to stop doing us wrong. They're forgiven. See, we're born into this insanity. It's part of being human. To be ruthless killers of things. Buffalo, elephants, deer, elk, pigs, we kill things to eat. And we get in wars and we kill each other so that we have more things to kill to eat. So see what I mean? That's not our fault. We evolved this way. But we also evolved with the love and the compassion, that we care about each other. And the Christian religion that I'm criticizing, one of the most powerful teachings that we've ever been taught is how to forgive. How many times? 7 times 70. As many times as they do you wrong, keep turning the other cheek. Let them do it again. So that's where I'm at today, and I'm being done wrong, and I'm just staying surrendered to the All-Powerful. And I'm forgiving everything, including my negative side, my evil side. And I'm forgiving everything, and it stops it. It stops my evil side. And I accept everything as it is without fighting back. And typically I ask for victory over those that are doing me wrong, because that's what this is about. But today I was exploring the idea, like, don't even ask for victory over those that are doing you wrong. Just let them chop your toes off without fighting back. That's kind of like a Buddhist. It's like Buddhism is like that. So that's like, is that wrong or right? I don't think it's wrong as long as you know that there's some karmic power that's going to bring the reckoning to those that are doing wrong, those that are metaphorically cutting your toe off. People get real life experiences worse than having a toe cut off. It's worse than that in real life. So last night I was trying to sleep and something was bugging my toes, like all of them. And I'm thinking, what is going on? And eventually I was able to go to sleep. I'm being told they're trying to kill me in my sleep. Who would they be? They would be MAGA people with Trump that are trying to take over the country. They would be the LDS priesthood people, they're male, that think they have more spiritual power than I do or whatever. The Book of Mormon is violent. They cut the head off of the enemy. The atheist dies from rejection. So it's got the teaching, if you're atheist, you're probably going to die because you're atheist. I'm a spiritual atheist, and I have more power because I'm not doing anyone wrong and they did me wrong. And I was told to declare war by an angel because of it. So see how they're like the movie Snake Eyes, 92 or whatever, and it's got the same kind of things going on as in the events of Charlie Kirk's assassination, his murder. And the guy was, the name Kirkland guy, Charlie Kirkland, was murdered, got shot in the neck at a boxing match. And the crime was in a public place, and it was like a distraction. And that's what people are saying about the murder of Charlie Kirk, is some kind of a distraction, or there's more to it than that. It's being hidden. So the same thing has reappeared. So they told me to declare war, and I did, and then they tell me that I'm in the role of Christ, and that they tell me that my writing is the most valuable thing 30 years ago, back at the time when this movie was out. And I wrote a story about the boxing match in a book I wrote back then, the book To End All Lies. So I'm sure that's in the Snake Eyes movie. So the writing that I was told by them, the great power, the great extraterrestrials that care about us, we love them so much and they love us. They serve the all-powerful too. They're with fairness. They're with team fairness. Their own variety. How they would word it, I don't know. We have the most power because we agree on not doing others wrong. So we get a bigger and bigger group that are allied with us. On planet Earth, they're keeping me hidden. My spirit guide tells me they're keeping me hidden. Hardly anybody listens to these videos. Okay, so there's strangeness of the recent. And if I go back a little further, I'll just skip back to yesterday and tell you one more strange story. I've been thinking of Anandamayi Ma, a guru, that I had this trance-like experience. And she was dying, and I was breathing so she wouldn't die. I saw the picture of her with the red dot was a bullet hole, so somebody had shot her in the vision. I was trying to keep her from dying. And then I was playing Hindu chants. I was listening to Ma by Guru Ganesha. The chant, that's just one word, Ma, a Buddhist chant. Kirtan, I think it's called. So I wasn't supposed to go get pizza, like I wasn't supposed to go to Provo. And I went to get pizza anyway. And I was listening to Hindu music on the way over there. I'm not Christian, I'm Hindu. And I had just listened to George Harrison saying those exact words on a video. It's got a video of him chanting with the devotees of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So I left the practice of devotion to Krishna because it's too much like theistic religion. And they're fighting against the cousins, the other people. There's a battle there too. And the good guys are just the people that are serving that God. Well, that's not what I do. That's like a lesser God. And they say, no, that's the God of all gods. Well, that's the story of that book. That's in Hindu, if you don't agree with them, which I don't agree with them, because I'm non-dual and I see them as dualistic. They are, in my opinion. So they say don't do anything about it, don't get angry about it, just leave and go to a different temple. You know? So I belong in the practice of non-duality. And it's beyond Hindu. Because Hindu thinks it's consciousness. And I think there's no consciousness at first. So I'm a spiritual atheist. So some of the Hindus have a problem with me. So I'm with science. I saw a video. What is the religion that is closest to scientific proof? I didn't even watch it because that's like, I got it. It's the Church of Fairness. That's what it is, by definition. We find out the truth through the scientific method, with evidence. But see, I'm kept under wraps. Nobody's watching these videos, hardly anybody. Okay, so I get there and I have my pizza. I decide to eat some meat, and most of the time I'm vegan, no animal products. When you have no animal products, you don't have food going bad and smelling bad, because it's animal products that do that. Beans will go bad and smell. They will stink if you leave beans out to where the bacteria grow in the beans. They stink. But other than that, there's not really any smell for the most part from vegetable products that are left to dry out or whatever. There's no bacterial problem. Anyway, I finish my pizza and the guy comes over to clear the table and he's got the red dot on his forehead. I'm like, wow. I don't know what it was. I didn't look. It's like it would be kind of rude to try to, look closer to see if it was like a birthmark or if it was a real from practicing Buddhism. He probably was, but you never know. So it's pretty weird how these patterns, that echo of things. Okay, one more little story. There was a guy in South Africa, I think, that had a vision that the rapture was going to be on the 23rd that just passed. And it didn't happen. But you know what did happen? The band named The Rapture played on the 23rd in San Diego. And they have an album named Echoes. And they're like, their bodies are like shaking back and forth. And it's like that. It's like reality gets so to the point where you're at the place where it's manifesting. And then all these coincidences happen and you're like in the center of creation. And so then you see the patterns of everything. Like there's an echo. So somebody says something in the morning and it's kind of like highlighted in your mind and wonder why I'm focused on that. Then later in the day, it happens again in a meaningful way that connects the dots for the theme that you're being told by the all-powerful, servants of the all-powerful. So Carl Jung called it synchronicity. So that's what this is. On with the show. Thanks for listening.